Janine here from the Book Publishing Academy, and I have.
We got Bobby Crillz here, man. I'm super excited to be here and talk about some stuff we got going on, and it should be a
Yes,
good one, pretty informative. So
yes, we are coming to you live today because we are super excited about a big announcement that we have for you guys. We actually have been working very closely over the past couple of months on a very big project, and I believe that today is the day that you guys need to know what we've been working on, right? So I'll kind of give you a little bit of a backstory first before we kind of dive into that. Is that cool, Bobby? That's cool.
go with me. It's go with me.
All right,
Absolutely.
so guys, I would say about like August, September of last year, 2020, I had a vision, right? You guys know I'm very visionary. I had this vision that I was going to write a book and I was going to have Bobby write a soundtrack for my book. Now, at the time, I didn't have a book. I wasn't writing anything, but I just had this idea and it kept bugging me and bugging me and bugging me. And I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? So I had every intention of reaching out to Bobby last year. And the day that I was going to reach out to him was the day that Bobby had posted on social media that he was taking a break. He needed time for family, etc. And so I was like, what is going on? I was like, what's going on? Like, I had this vision. I know that it didn't come from me, it comes from a higher source, right? So I'm like, what is going on? So fast forward to now, in June, as you all know, I started writing my book. I actually wrote my book in about 2.5 weeks, right? And that vision came to me again of, you need to reach out to Bobby. You need to reach out to Bobby. Mind you, I haven't spoken to Bobby since like McGinnis school. This is like middle school, like when we were young.
Yeah.
And mind you, me and him didn't even go to school together. He was in my sister's grade, so we never even had classes together. So I always think to myself that if you don't ask, the answer will always be no. So what did I do? I reached out to Bobby and I was like, hey, I was like, Bobby, I don't know if you remember me, but I have this vision. I have this book that I'm writing, and I would love for you to just do 16 bars, something small, even if it's just a small, something that we could promo the book. And Bobby, I'll let you take it away a little bit from your perspective on what happened next.
You caught me at a good time. You caught me at a place where I was trying to. I wouldn't say trying. I was at a place where I was having a hard time living life without expressing myself. So I realized I kind of have to jump back into the music. So when you reached out to me, I was in the process of releasing 2 singles, which I released, one in May and one in June. But you caught me at the right time. You caught me at the perfect time because I was starting to dive right back into the music and expressing myself. So you said, "Hey Bobby, I have this idea. I have this book. Um, can you write 16 bars for me, and I'll send you the chapter that I'm talking about, and you can read it and see what you can come up with." So I read the chapter. I think it was like 10 pages or something. It was 10, something like that, 10 pages.
Mm-hmm.
And I got into it and I realized how relatable the content is. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, this is something that, everybody goes through. This is not something that's very rare, and you could easily relate to it. So I said, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot. I sat on it for a while, probably like a month. I think I went to Puerto Rico or a trip or something. I was gonna write it in Puerto Rico, but I ended up getting busy hanging out, having fun over there. And I was like, I didn't have no time for that. So when I got back to the United States, I was going through some beats. I think I hit you up one morning. I said, listen, how do you like this beat? And I played you the beat. I sent you the beat and you were like, oh, that's dope. You're like, that's dope.
Chills.
Yeah. So when you said that, I was like, all right, this is the one. And then I started writing and it flowed. Everything came out. And it was something that, we've all experienced. Anybody that's been in any type of, relationship at some point, if you've had enough relationships, you've been in one of those situations where you're dealing with a narcissist, or maybe you are the narcissist, you know what I mean? But
yeah. So the announcement is that his emotionally drained song is the soundtrack to my book.
So she asked me to write 16 bars, and it turned into like probably one of the best songs I've ever wrote in my life. So when I finished it, I know the first verse I finished, and then I had the hook. When I hit the hook, I was like, oh, this is different. And then the second verse just flowed right out of it. So
how long did it take you to write the song?
Probably like 2 days on and off because I write sporadically. I don't have a lot of time with life and work and family and stuff like that. So I write like in the morning, maybe like 15, 20 minutes here. And then on lunch at work, I'll go in my car and that's why I write most of my stuff in my car on my lunch break.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished it in my car and I was like, oh, this is it. And I felt it because I know how powerful it is. I'm like, it's something that everybody can relate to, and when people relate to the music, they appreciate it a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
I think even for not necessarily people that are maybe in a narcissistic relationship, but just in general, just toxic relationships in general, or it could even be a parent and child relationship. It could be a coworker and a boss kind of thing. Narcissism or toxicity is everywhere. So I love that the song kind of relates to relationships, but if you listen to it closely, it can relate to anything in life. And oh guys, he over delivered because like I said, I only wanted 16 bars. I didn't want to over ask, right? I'm so afraid of like rejection that somebody will say no. So I was like, can you just do something small for me? And he over delivered. This song is amazing and I have it on replay. It dropped recently. So what has been the feedback on that?
So we released it on Friday the 27th, and from that moment, I think me and you were texting at midnight that night, and from midnight till probably like yesterday, my phone was like going crazy. And yesterday was Sunday. Sunday midday, Sunday kind of slowed down a little bit. So, but that's fine because it was the weekend. I wasn't pushing too much promo, but the response that I've been getting for it has been fantastic. People been sharing it all over Facebook. People like, wow, this is powerful. This is intense. This is my life right now. I saw a comment, somebody say that, So you're hearing people that are going through these situations and they're taking the song and they're running with it because it makes them, it helps them understand what they're going through and know that they're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
People been there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good because it's like kind of like a supportive song. It's the first verse kind of describes the situation, and then the second verse is kind of like, hey, get yourself out of this. You know what I mean? And you can do it. You've always been able to do it. You've always been that powerful. So I think that's what's driving the song. And I know once we start really putting our foot on the gas, it's gonna take off.
What I love about it though is that you only read one chapter, and from that one chapter he was able to create this beautiful song. But I love how the second verse you talk a lot about positivity and just flipping it, and you can still live a great life regardless of what you've been through. And that's exactly what my book is about, is the darkness and the light, and being the light in times of darkness, right? So I just feel like I'm super excited. I feel like this song definitely exemplifies what the book is about. And we are excited because we have a lot more projects coming up, but we really can't tell you guys just yet.
Yeah, we're gonna keep that on the wraps for now.
It's gonna keep on the wraps right now, but we're gonna be updating you guys soon. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned because it's coming. It's coming soon.
Funny thing about the title of the book, there's a line in the song that says, after the darkness, there's a light, and you got a light that can light up the night. And I didn't know that was the title of your book.
Are you
I
kidding
didn't know
me?
that. I did not know that. I didn't know that until you recently said when you did the cover release.
Actually, you know what? When I sent you the book or the chapter title, the book title at that time was called Breaking the Silence. And I decided to change it to The Light in Times of Darkness. So that's crazy.
And it's crazy because it worked like subconsciously without even, so you can tell that we're synced up on it, and it's dope. It's dope. That's why I think I pointed that out to you the other day, but I don't think you really heard me. I was like, yo, there's a line in the song that says that. And then when I saw the title of your book, I was like, wow, that's crazy because I didn't know that. You know what I mean? And
crazy.
That's talking about light and darkness.
And you guys, I want you guys to know that sometimes, I preach this a lot, that sometimes you have a vision that you might think of something, or God put something in your heart, but it's not the right time. So last year when I wanted to reach out to him was not the right time. Don't get frustrated because things come full circle, right? And if you just ask at the right moment, things will start to sync up, like how that, we didn't plan that and that just happened, right? So
it's very exciting because I don't know what, like I've been inspired, you know, lately, but that one just took me to another place. And it's like, I know like it's going to move mountains, you know, it's going to do something. What the ripple effect is after, who knows? I don't know where it's going to take us, but I feel like it's the book, the content, and everything that we're pushing together. The fact that it's just so aligned is it's gonna go far, you know. And who knows what it's gonna do? But I think it's some life changing stuff, you know.
I love it because we have different forms of creativity, right? I'm a writer and I do poetry, but I can't sing or rap, guys, like for nothing. But I'm a writer and I love the book publishing industry. But then you have Bobby, who's a writer, who is a rapper, and he's in that industry, and we're like merging forces. And what's super cool is that we're both from the same hometown, right? So we are putting Perth Amboy on the map, and I couldn't have it any other way. So I'm so excited.
It's just too many things aligning, and there's so much talent out here. It's just if we're the ones that are gonna break the mold first, you know, that's awesome. But once we get everybody, we put the motivation behind everybody with something like this, and they see anything is possible. All you got to do is work together. That's it. You know,
Yep.
that's gonna make waves, man.
Yep. So guys, you guys heard it here first. The book, The Light in Times of Darkness, and the Emotionally Drained song we are working on that together. The song is the soundtrack to the book, and we have more projects coming up. So we are, very, very grateful for all of you guys, and we can't wait to just share with you guys what's coming up. Bobby, any last minute words?
No, just know that you're gonna see a lot of me and Janine the next couple months. We're gonna be pushing each other for the next couple months. So, get used to our faces.
Yes, get used to our faces, and anything that you guys can do to support us, we truly appreciate it in advance.
All the likes, all the shares, all the follows, all that stuff goes a long way. So
Or connecting us with the right people, because we're putting it out into the universe that this is going to take us. This song is going to, and the book is going to open up a lot of doors of opportunities for us. So even if you have the right connections for us, we are open to that as well. So thank you guys for tuning in to the Bobby Crillz and Janine Hernandez show. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.